anomalies. In my endless visits seeking a surgeon to remove any foreign objects, there was one surgeon in Columbus, North Carolina, who did admit to seeing many anomalies throughout my MRI images. Now that's what we're talking about right now. We're talking about MRI images. I want y'all to pay close attention. Close attention because I'm going to break this down to y'all. Who did admit to seeing many anomalies throughout my MRI images. He also said that unless he felt sure about what it may be, he would not just cut me open and start digging around. He had to be completely convinced that there was something there. Another problem the victim of criminal implants will inevitably encounter is the question by the surgeon, what do you think it is? Listen carefully, y'all. They might ask these type of questions if y'all go ahead and get checked out. What do you think it is? If they ask you those questions, play dumb. I don't know. The victim cannot mention the word microchip or implant because most doctors either won't admit to the knowledge of such technology or simply don't know that this type of technology actually exists. It goes both ways. Either they don't know that it exists or they know that they can't say nothing. All right. Or simply don't know that this type of technology actually exists. Or worse, they will think that, listen now, they will think that the victim is insane or mentally ill. And this is the psyops. This is the psyops to this game that we're playing. All right. In the end of April 2010, he flew back to Madrid, Spain, to see if I can find a surgeon there to remove any implanted foreign objects. Okay, so I'm just going to skip on down, right? I'm just going to skip on down. You have what looks like two needles. Now check this out. It says you have what looks like two needles on each eyebrow, just above the eyes. I had to tell him that they may have been small pieces of plastic fence that had fallen on me while in the barn at my parents' farm. This was a lie because if I told them that they were actually micro transmission devices that were implanted in me, he would not have believed me. Okay? You can't be going in there talking like that because they're going to, you already know. So let's go on. Let's go on. The other thing I've encountered is that even if the doctors believe me, they are terrified into silence and will not help because they know how many atrocities that have been committed by the U.S. and other governments. Any implant that is not therapeutic and was installed without the victim's knowledge or consent is obviously criminal. Many doctors do not want to help a victim for fear that the perpetrators will harm them or their families. Therefore, they do not want to get involved. Now, this is funny because I had this conversation with Davis one time. And I was telling him, because he was trying to say, well, hey, if you feel, the implants inside or burning inside, that's evidence, man. You can go ahead and that's evidence that you could present. I said, look, man. I said, I can go ahead and spend, first of all, us TIs ain't got no money for no MRIs, no CAT scans, and nothing like that. But I told him, I said, if I had the bread to go ahead and get scanned, they will find stuff in all of our bodies, right? They will find stuff in all of our bodies. But what will happen is, After the exam, when it's all said and done, either a white van or a black van will pull up without my knowledge of it. It will be a back door or something. They will pull up, the men in black will pop out. They would immediately confiscate the evidence from the doctor, and they would give the doctor some type of bogus results stating everything came back inconclusive and that the targeted individual has no such thing in the body. And then they would just probably try to prescribe me with some Oxycontins or some type of pills that would just turn me into a zombie. Because you got to understand how big this thing is. We're talking national security. We're talking criminalization going on here. And they've been doing this for a long time. So that's why I be trying to tell people, forget about lawsuits and stuff like that, because this is big. You're not going to sue. You're not going to be able to sue national security. Okay? You're not going to be able to do it because it's just too damn colossal. So I'm going to go ahead and read on just a little bit more. I'm going to show y'all real quick. All right. Now, it says, on this visit to Spain, the doctor said that I could have the foreign objects above my eyes removed, but not until 2 months later. I did not want to stay in Spain for more months of waiting. Let me just skip on down this right here. So he went from Spain. Then he said, I found another doctor in London, England, who was willing to re-ultrasound the foreign object in my navel. I told him I had a scar on my navel, which had shown up previously, a previous ultrasound and MRI images was causing me great pain. Right? He had a small lump and everything, right? So I'm going on down. It says, now I'm telling you the prices that he had to pay. It says this was the truth because until until a suspected implant is extracted from someone and is acknowledged and it is actually sitting there on the table, who really knows what it is? It says the consultation fee alone was 350 English pounds or around 500 US dollars. The ultrasound would be 328 English. Let me turn the page real quick. Hold on. 328 English pounds or around 450 US dollars. This is a very expensive, not to mention the expenses of the airline, round trip ticket, and a week at a hotel and other related expenses. I felt it was something I had to do. I had to try. Now, see, they know that we ain't got that type of money to be doing this. So that's why it's easily to target poor people. You know what I'm saying? Now, check this out. This is what I really, really wanted to show y'all. This is also, at this point, I had been living with my mother and my father at their house for over a year and a half. And over a year and a half, no man who was 48 years old wants to live with his mommy and daddy. Tell me about it, right? But these were extraordinary circumstances, and they had been tolerant of me. They had encouraged me. Now check this out. They had encouraged me to get a place of my own, but I was afraid that the druggings and poisonings and break-ins would start occurring again. Now, testify right now. Leave in the comment section how many of y'all experienced that. And look, I experienced that even at my mom's crib. You know what I'm saying? I experienced that. They get them to participate in the bull crap. You see what I'm saying? They break in your car. You know what I'm saying? All types of stupid crap. When I used to sleep in my car, it'd be times when I used to wake up, right? When I wake up, my door would be ajar. You know what I'm saying? And I was never afraid or nothing like that, but that's what they want. They want you, afraid or whatever, panicking. That's what it's all about. It's all about, having you just losing your mind with fear. The fear of unknown and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So check this out. It says the room where I was staying in my parents' house had been broken in several times during my stay there. I started laughing when I first read this because I just understand this. You know what I'm saying? It says the room where I was staying in my parents' house had been broken in several times during my stay there. There were signs that perpetrators, aka gang stalkers, had access signs such as plastic shower curtain being repeatedly torn and punctured. Never allowing the target individual to feel safe and secure is a stronghold of organized stalking and harassment, making the victim feel like there are no safe zones is psychologically damaging as well as just plain frightening and scary. You hear that? Psychologically damaging. This can mess up an individual's mind to have everybody around you playing stupid little dumb games. Although although I could not prove it, I was sure that at least some, if not all, of the 8 employees working at my parents' house has some hand in a portion of my stalking and harassment. You best believe that. Who else would have been able to gain entrance to my mom and know exactly when I or my parents were away? How could someone in broad daylight get past these employees and get into the house without them noticing? It's just it just is not possible. This strong sense of suspicion will have to wait to be proven later. I felt a certain amount of safety living at my parents' house, although I continue to receive directed energy or microwave burns on my body. I felt a certain amount of safety living in my parents' house, although I continue to receive directed energy or microwave burns on my body and continue to suffer sleep deprivation and frightening and bizarre, manipulated, vivid dreams. Okay, y'all. So you got to understand, um, the situation of this program. This program is it's no joke. So whenever I hear bots in my comment section, you know, when I hear bots in my comment section, talking about ignore it and all that stuff, I just know that they're bot. I go straight to their profile. They don't have nothing in there. Don't have nothing in their catalog. No thumbnail, no video. They usually have video games or some stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't have nothing that relate to gang stalking. So what even bring you over here? Because first of all, I know that my channel is shadow banned. Okay, I know that my channel is shadow banned. So how did your punk ass find me? You see what I'm saying? But then they'll come over here to, saying stupid shit like, oh, just ignore it, man, and go on with your life, man, and just live your life. That's just straight bot talk. That's bot conversation right there. That's a bot conversation. What the hell you mean go on with your life? I would have been went on with my life if you stupid motherfuckers leave me alone. You see what I'm saying? Let me read one more thing right here. This is another chapter. It says, if you are a target individual, your family will soon be tired of hearing. Yo, this is so true. Be tired of hearing about stalking or complaining about the ongoing harassment. It is important to use the phrase organized stalking rather than gang stalking. It sounds more credible. It really don't, y'all. It really don't. I mean, you could say proxy stalking, gang stalking, organized stalking. It's all the same fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? It really don't matter. They still gonna discredit you. They still gonna discredit you, y'all. It says it sounds more credible, and even mention the word gang gets people thinking of graffiti, drug dealers, prostitution, and extortion. That is true because I thought that in the beginning. It says although these crimes may be linked to the organized stalking, using the word organized will ultimately be more helpful. You are encouraged to do such. Look at this. You are encouraged to do as much research on the subject as possible. I'm going to read it one more time for the slow motherfuckers in the back. You are encouraged to do as much research on the subject as possible. Telling all of your family and friends and using right presentation will increase your credibility. Okay? It is your duty, man. Like when people tell me that gang stalking don't exist, I go straight over here and I pull out 5 books. I'm like, oh yeah? Gang stalking, organized stalking, proxy stalking don't exist? Well, why? Well, look at this. I got 4 motherfucking books relating to this subject matter. So how the fuck can your bitch ass that never wrote a book sit here and say that something don't exist when there's tons of books about it. So shut your dumb ass up. You a bot. You a goddamn bot. All right. It says when discussing this crime with non-targets, remember that you are going to face a tough time convincing others that you are a victim of anything or any crime at all. If you suspect that you have been drugged or poisoned, it is important to get a blood toxicology report immediately. So if y'all ever experienced that, y'all better go ahead and handle that. Most date rape or abduction drugs leave the symptoms very quickly. If abducted and drugged, just tell the staff at the local emergency room that you think somebody may have slipped something into your drink or food. Telling stories about abduction, like the story and account I have shared with you, will not help you at all. Yeah, don't be going there and talking about some aliens gripped you up. Later at the drug screening shows a drug present in your blood or after an implant is removed. You may tell the whole truth, no matter how unusual it may be. Then you will have undeniable evidence to back up your story. Remember also that this crime is designed to make you sound crazy or like you have lost your mind. This is what makes this invisible crime perhaps the most perfect and ingenious one. That's why I be trying to tell y'all, man. That's the thing that makes this thing so damn sinister, because it's so fucking invisible. You know what I'm saying? It's so fucking, and then you wonder why, this mental illness is like at its all-time high. It says when you present your case or any aspect of it in the local police to the local, well, I don't advise you to do that. It says you must remain calm at all times, no matter how frightening you may be. Speak slowly without panic and without using hand gestures. This is while describing what has happened to you. Using devices like the Sony digital voice recorder or an RF digital or analog frequency meter will also add evidence to the crime that is being committed. Let me see what else I want to read to y'all real quick. I can tell you from personal experience that this crime is a living nightmare for the target individual. I'm going to say that again, y'all. I can tell you from personal experience. See, this ain't just DB reading from a book. This has become my life, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not proud to say that, but it is. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It says, I can tell you from personal experiences that this crime has become this crime is a living nightmare for target individuals. You must remain strong, drink lots of water, and take lots of vitamins. It says vitamin and water intake may be two of the most important pieces of advice for survival. And I'm adding in herbs. Get your herb game up. Okay. So with that being said, I'm gonna stop right now because it's like almost reaching the 20-minute mark. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, holla back, donate, support the Cash App, support the Real, share, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, wherever. And I know I probably ain't gonna get no ads on this video, but I don't even be caring about that, man. I just do me. I ain't got time for all the bull crap. You know what I'm saying? So holla back, y'all. And that's why I just ask y'all to even, if y'all really fuck with me, then you'll just support the Cash App. Holla Bizak.